Good afternoon. Are we ready? This makes me so happy to see all of you coming out to join us. We are ready for the ribbon cutting. My name is Sue Kerfman. I'm the regional RVP here for Compass. And we are beyond honored to have Twin Cities Chamber here, and holding it we have Dr. Stephen Huss, our founder and visionary with Comtree, which later became Compass, and Kenny Waller with District 114, Festus, and we're going to be ready for the ribbon cutting. Mackenzie, are you ready? We are saving that ribbon. All right. Well, I want to say good afternoon and welcome to the Truman Center grand opening and ribbon cutting. As shared, my name is Sue Kerfman. I am the RVP here for Jefferson Region. And truly thrilled that you're here to share in our excitement and our joy for our official opening. We actually started seeing patient care here April 5th. We have a number of key individuals that will be here speaking, and they will share some remarks. But before we start the formal remarks, we would not be here without some incredible support. Russell Construction, we started renovation construction in June of 2024 and opened up for patient care in April. An amazing 10 months to see this transformation. Also want to recognize FSA, our architects did a fantastic job. Wait till you see the work inside and the beautiful skylight in the lobby. The city of Festus has been amazing to work with, absolutely the best. And I also want to recognize Mark Harris with Planning and Zoning. He gave me his personal number. Anytime I called, he picked up and was removing barriers every bit of the way. Dr. Huss, who will speak with us, our founder of Comtree, which later merged with Compass, and his vision here has come true, a visionary. And I want to thank our executive leadership and our CEO. We would not be here without the commitment of our executive team and Tim Swinford, who's going to be our first speaker. So I'd like to introduce Tim Swinford, our CEO and president.
Thank you, Sue. Hey, thank you for all of you in this community here in Jefferson County for coming out and supporting the grand opening of this program in Festus. Comtree was founded and its first office was here in Festus and has done great work for over 50 years in this community. And when that organization became part of Compass, we made a commitment to make a big reinvestment in this community and create more access points, create organizational locations that individuals could easily access and would be comfortable coming to receive services. We made a commitment to double the number of people we served within 5 years, and I think we're going to do it within 3. So I can't emphasize enough, though, to be successful in this community, we really appreciate the community support in serving this community. It takes a huge team for everybody to fully understand all of the available services and help people who have the needs that this organization is here to serve. So thank you all for being here again, and I'll turn it over to our next speaker. I'll turn it back to Sue.
Thank you, Tim. I'd like to ask if Matthew Stack would come up and offer some words. Matthew Stack is the president of Russell Construction, St. Louis region, and what a wonderful partner to work with. Welcome.
Thank you, Sue. I think you've said it very well to begin with, that what an amazing culmination of events and people and vision to bring this to life today. I'm surprised you were able to get the weather so good. So fantastic on that. But I certainly think that we need to start, and I start a lot of my conversations centered around the core values of Russell Construction, and appreciating people is one of our core values. And the thing that I want to make sure we appreciate is Peter and Sue and everybody at the Compass team has been fantastic to work with. You've mentioned SFA Architects. They were also a delight. I need to recognize all the subcontractors and vendors and material providers that did a wonderful job of bringing together what you see today. And then really our Russell team, and I'm gonna call them out and make sure that we at least let them raise their hands. And I have my notes here so I don't forget anybody, but some of them are not here. But Wayne Marsh, Mark Hergert, James Madden, Stephanie Guion, I know you're here. Please raise your hand. Mike Malin's not here. Josh Weber, Daniel Conaway is here. Brian Cowart and Annie Cowart is here. Lane Parker and Kate Odell Parkinson is also here. So a huge round of applause, if you could, to these folks that did that for us. Innovation is a major component of our core values, and I think if you just think about what used to be here and what this was, a grocery store, and for this to turn into what is here today and will serve the community for the decades to come, it's so innovative. And then the last thing I want to wrap up when I'm talking about that, I asked Kate what was her favorite part of the project, and she said the lobby. And the lobby, the part about the lobby and the curved walls and the skylight and all of that came together. The thing that's most impressive is the services that are all under one roof. And so this community has a lot to offer and a lot of gratitude and thanks to give to Compass Health. And we were very, very, very appreciative to be a part of this project.
Thank you so much, Matthew. All right, next I'd like to call up Dr. Stephen Huss. As mentioned, Dr. Huss started Comtree back in 1973, was the CEO there for 43 years. And I had the absolute privilege of coming in behind you in 2016, carrying on the vision to where we are today. So Dr. Huss, thank you so much for being here, and we look forward to hearing your remarks.
Thank you, Sue. I appreciate the introduction, and I can't tell you how excited I am to be here today. Luckily, I got a tour before everything else, and I started walking through the halls, seeing some old friends, but also looking at the rooms and the activity centers, all of the things which basically do one thing, and that is help people. Helping people. When someone comes here, they come into a place that is loving, caring, professional, skilled, and they know they can get some assistance in a very difficult time of their life. Some of them come here for dental care, which is also a difficult time sometimes about our lives, I think, too, probably. But they also, anyone can get services here at Compass. But what I think about as I walk through there was the thousands of people that will walk through those hallways, and the architects and the contractors that did such a magnificent job making the area so welcoming. And that's one of the things that you need when you're having a great deal of difficulty in your life, is to come to some place that you know that they want you there, that the professionals are going to be there to help you. And that's what we see happening. And I look at the services now, and I'm going to tell you one word that wraps things up for Jefferson County, and that is safety net. Safety net. Jefferson County is remarkable. I've been here since 1967 when there was only one stoplight in the county in Arnold. I've been here so long that I've watched the things grow and realized that today, if you're a person in need in Jefferson County, you actually can get help. We have remarkable things in this county. We have a court system that actually looks at treatment, not just punishment. We have a state-of-the-art hospital. We have a college that provides the services to help people, whether it be academics or whether it be technical. We have a health department that is absolutely remarkable in providing services that so many people need too. But most of all, we have people who are helping other people, and that's what we see here. And you can get these services largely because of Compass. Compass provides in this particular facility a one-center place to go for care. And I can't tell you how important that was, because it hasn't always been that way in Jefferson County. I remember back to when a few people and myself were able to start ComTree. We named the organization ComTree, Community Treatment Incorporated. And we had a vision that maybe in the far distant future, something like this would exist in Jefferson County. And it was not easy to get. When I started working at ComTree in 1973, psychiatric care was a psychiatrist who came down on Wednesday afternoons from noon until 4:30 from State Hospital. That was it, period. If you had an alcohol problem, you could go to an A meeting if you could find one, because it floated between Festus and DeSoto at some local church. And they didn't allow drug users. They didn't even recognize that alcohol, of course, is a major drug. The hospital did not have the kind of emergency room that it does today, which is a state-of-the-art program through there too. The college was very unsophisticated at the time, but was growing. What the county did have, though, was some leadership through the county. It wasn't council, they were called judges at that time. They had people who said, Jefferson County is going to grow, and the population has doubled since 1973, pretty close to it anyway. And they said, we need to have services for these people. And ComTree was very fortunate that we were kind of a center for people who were wanting care, whether it be general counseling, family counseling, children's services, whatever it might be. And if we couldn't provide it, we would try to make sure some other organization provided it and watch them grow too. And over the years, we began to see Jefferson County getting the kinds of services that they need. We have school districts like Fox and Festus and, well, all of the school districts. Now then, their counselors don't just deal with something like, are you going to go to college or not, or about your truancy. It deals, the counselor systems there identify people who are having problems, get them in touch with other professionals. We see the school districts of Jefferson County have really responded to the needs of the children here in Jefferson County too. And so we see this, and we have been so fortunate to watch this part of this whole county grow and grow so much. About 6 years after my retirement in 2016, Compass came in, and as Tim said, he made a promise to us. He said, when we come in, we're going to provide additional access points. We're going to make sure that everything that the people need in the county that they can possibly provide, they would do so. And one of the things you can always do is trust Tim Swinford. He will make sure that he lives up to his word, and he has with this facility. This is an amazing, amazing facility. And one of the things I am looking very forward to is to see what's next, because there's going to be a lot more. And some of us have been thinking about this for all these years, and I have this vision of every school district having a clinic that has all the services that they basically need for their children, and then to be able to refer the families and things over here. There's still visions that people have that look of things that we're going to be able to provide in this county. And this county is great. It is absolutely the best county in the entire state of Missouri. There is no doubt about it. And we have probably the best safety net. In fact, we do have the best safety net in the state of Missouri. And what we have are resources. We have needs. We have challenges. We're going to have to deal with economic issues. We're going to have to deal with climate issues. We're going to have to deal with all sorts of challenges that come about in the future that we don't even think about right now. But what Jefferson County has always had is a people that care. We have had people who have gone out of their way to do things for others. And we have had people who have passed tax issues that no one thought could be passed. Because once the people of Jefferson County see that something is being done that is very progressive and powerful and caring, they get behind it. What Jefferson County has is heart. And that's what I have always seen in this county. The people of this county have always had heart, and that's what's made this county so great. It's absolutely been wonderful to watch this process go, and I intend to continue watching this grow and develop, and I look so forward to seeing what Compass is going to be doing in the future. And we need to give Compass a hand. Thank you, Sue.
Thank you so much, Dr. Huss. We'd like to, at this point, have Sam Richards speak with us. Sam is the mayor of Festus and one of the absolute best cities I've had the privilege of working with. We want to come into the center.
Yeah. I have to be careful so I don't fall. County Executive Gannon, Representative Waller, it's good to see you all here. Festus is the second largest city in Jefferson County, and I am so proud to be their mayor, but I am so proud that Compass Health has decided to open up this facility in our city to represent our county and to help us with the unhoused, with the people that have health problems that cannot afford the health care that they need. And this facility and the others that Compass have are going to help those people. We need to do something for them, and Compass has given us that tool. Thank you very much. You all have a good day.
Thank you so much. And we're going to close out, but I got to say, don't you love the suit? I love it. So I was trying to think, we go back a long ways, like a long time. But to me, you'll always be Kenny, but Ken Waller, our House Representatives, District 114 for Festus. We're going to close out, and you get our closing remarks.
Thank you very much. I'll be brief. Okay, Steve. Steve took most of my time, so it was supposed to be like 7 minutes. I only got like 3, but I mean, you know, that's okay, Steve. If I'm going to give you some of my time on the House floor, today's the day. Somebody said about the weather. Well, any typical politician will take credit for anything, even if it's not something they did. So I'm taking credit for the weather. And it's because of me that it's 75 and sunny. So you can thank God and myself for the weather, for it being nice. I wanted to mention a couple people real quick. Madeline Castle in the red over here, she's with Senator Hawley's office. And Seth York is with the new Congressman Bowander. It's not even his district, but he's still here, this facility. So thank you guys for being here. We really appreciate the relationship we have with our federal people. Couple things. This is a great day. This isn't a good day. This is a great day. You know, when I was growing up, this was Shop and Save. And the pharmacy that's in there now is where the pharmacy was whenever it was a pharmacy. So it's kind of weird, going in there, bathrooms are still in the back corner. But one of the things I wanted to mention more than anything is partnership. We had a partnership recently, a few years ago, with our hospital, Mercy. Mercy took over for Jefferson Memorial, or whatever we called it back then. And, that was a great partnership, and it's worked well. And for Compass to take over for Comtree, couldn't ask for a better partnership. So to see Compass Health on there, it's weird because now every time I turn around, I drive up the highway, go to Jeff City, get on the back roads, I see a Compass Health building or a billboard somewhere, and it's like they're everywhere. So it's exciting for you guys to be here. I know I kind of mentioned with Steve Huss talking a little long, but that's just the way Steve is. You gotta tolerate him. He's so awesome. But one of the things I'd really like for everyone to do, most of everybody standing, if it wasn't for Steve Huss and his vision that started in 1973, this day would have not been possible. So if we could give him a round of applause, and those that are sitting stand, he deserves it, because without him, this would have never happened. And finally, I'll just say greetings from Jefferson City. The others that couldn't make it, we were in budget today. I left a little early because I promised my friend Sue I would be here. This was the only jacket that I actually had clean. Seriously, everything else was already need to go to dry cleaners. So I'm glad I'm a part of this. I sat on the board for, 10 or 15 years, when I was, or at least for 8 while I was county executive, and the Mental Health Fund Board and the Comtree Board, and I enjoyed that. And so it's a great day for Jefferson County and Festus, and I'm glad I'm here, and thank you for allowing me to speak. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. This concludes the formal remarks. Just a lot of legacy, and what a bright future. Thank you for coming out. We've got, I think, some amazing tours set up. Please take time, go through the building. We'll be setting up tours in the lobby. We have tour guides ready. We have beautiful maps, and we have events out here. We have the food truck, popcorn, games for the children. Over here at the canteen is the water. Please take time, enjoy the festivities, and again, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate all of you.
We're incredibly excited to have this new vast location, because it means another point of entry and access to additional services to that community.
The new Truman location will bring increased access for those suffering from substance use disorders and their families.
So Compass Health is a great service line for primary care, dental care, and behavioral health services.
Before the Truman building and before Compass's involvement in Jefferson County, access to behavioral health services was limited for many folks. And so when Compass became involved, we were able to increase access, and then the opening of the Truman building just increases it more.
I think anytime there's additional resources for behavioral health, and I know that this building will have more than that, as pediatrics and dental and those things, but for our purposes, I think just increased access to behavioral health is always a positive thing in Jefferson County.
It's sort of a one-stop shop for families. They can have services from prenatal to all the way to elder care, everything in one place. They don't have to drive all over the area. So I think having such a huge facility with so many different office and medical opportunities is really good. I also really like that they put a community center room that people can use from the community to have meetings, and it becomes just a multi-purpose facility for everything you could want.
With us getting this new location in Festus, we are now able to help individuals not only in the southern region of Jefferson County, but also St. Francis County. So we have individuals who actually drive as far as from Farmington to be able to seek primary care and pediatric care now, which is really amazing.
So this new location that Compass is opening at Festus is a tremendous asset for our area. It gives a one-stop shop for a lot of underprivileged people to be able to come in and get basically a full range of services that they may not have access to otherwise.
I think it goes back to, and I have to give Sue Kerfman a lot of credit, going back several years when schools approached her and there was this mutual feeling to connect resources quickly to families in her old role in the county before Compass got involved. And so this has been going on for a long time. What it means for our families is a greater connection for families in need. Each desk operates as the unit and will move families to where they need to be to take that pressure off of the families. Anytime that you have a situation, whether it be mental health related, physically related, teeth, eyes, there's always a little bit of uncertainty when you go into those environments. And I believe the model they have set up is really impressive to kind of get everything done in one area.
And they're going to be able to provide a lot of wraparound services for our students right here in a close proximity to many of our students' houses. So we're really excited for that to open up and to be fully functional. It's just a great resource for our community as a whole.
And I have several of my clients that do go over to the Truman building and come back extremely impressed with the building and the fact that there's no waiting list any longer. There used to a waiting list.
I like how it's a holistic clinic, meaning individuals can have their physical needs met as well as their behavioral health.
The location, the great people who work in that building, as well as really integrating services and providing opportunities for the clients that we serve to access multiple different services.
Compass is an incredible force in the community, and that is part of the reason why I have been at Compass as long as I have.
So at Compass Health, we focus on high quality care across any of our service line. We really want to offer that best care that we can.
That when someone walks in, they have so much access to care that they haven't been able to get in Jefferson County before. So whether you have a family coming in and they need family medicine for the parents, they need pediatrics for their kids, they can get their medications from the pharmacy. We're going to have optometry, x-ray. They can get dental care, behavioral health care. Everything is in one place, and that's not something that we have had before in Jefferson County.
Having a place where you can go for dental, pediatrics, behavioral health, crisis. There's a pharmacy there as well. I think all those things being in one building is certainly appealing for the public.
They're very involved with our community. They're providing services to a lot of people that may not have access to those services were they not here. They're constantly striving to be a better partner for everybody in the community and give everybody access to the health care, the psychological, mental health services that they may need.
Compass has been amazing to work with. They have been so willing to go the extra mile to make sure that our students are receiving those wraparound services and services that they need. And we're just very, very grateful that they're here.
I just want to tell them, I know from experience talking with people how happy and proud they are of the services that we're now providing.
Just been really impressed with their integration into our county. I know there's a lot of different groups over the past several years, so it's not just Compass and connecting with our schools to provide resources, but now Compass seems to have taken it to a different level.
This is fabulous. We are saving lives. We walk in, we teach, we do the things that are good. We are good to really look at how, so much around us is so difficult.